In die Cederberge.
Dis die Cederberg.
This is the view of the river where we normally collect water. Normally only that portion is running. As you can see now, this whole portion is running. Good flow of water down the river. Into the pool. It's the view from higher up in the Boontjieskloof River. Water running strongly. Now let's hope we can get out of here tomorrow. Cross the river at the bottom by Grasvlei pools. But we'll cross that river when we get to it. This is the first tree that Marcia planted in 2019, tree number 269. And she's too scared to talk on the camera, so I've got to talk for her. Now let's hope this tree grows up to be a big strong tree. This is a cedar tree that Brendan and myself planted, I can't remember when, 5 or 6 years ago. The tree was this tall when we planted it, and yeah, you can see it's growing well. This tree is going to be one of the big cedars in Boontjieskloof. And also note, it was smaller than me when we planted it. It's now taller than what I am. This was always a dream of mine, to plant a cedar tree in Boontjieskloof and get it to grow taller than what I am. So I have achieved my dream. We're standing here below a natural cedar tree in Boontjieskloof. That is one of 2 cedar trees that you can easily reach. And if you have a look on the tree, there are seed pods there that are about 2 years old. So in about a year's time they'll be throwing out new seeds. So yeah, this is an awesome tree. This is what the seed pods look like. This seed pod is about a year old. So it is on the tree about 3 years before the seeds will pop out. And over here you see a pod where the seeds have already popped out. Those white spots are where the seeds were attached to the pod. There you'll see a whole bunch that have popped out. This tree was planted by Frank. It's tree number 29. So this was planted in the 2nd year that we planted here in Boontjieskloof. It was also about this height when we planted it, and now it's taller than me. So Frank, you missed out seeing how big your tree has grown. Thank you very much for planting it. It's a tree that was also planted in 2019. It's got a bit of brown leaves on it, but it's still alive. That's what counts. It looks like there's some new growth over there and over there. So yeah, hopefully this one will survive. It's another 2019 tree. It's looking really good. It's grown quite a bit since we planted it, so I believe this one will make it. It's a 2019 tree that didn't make it. Yeah, this didn't seem to last very long. This is also a 2019 tree, very interesting year. You'll see there's the tree, and it seems like it was pulled completely out of its hole where it was planted. So all I can think is that it was the baboons that did that. There we have another 2019 tree. I think it was either planted by Noah, Britz or Charles. Yes, and the bottom is a bit brown, but the top is growing awesome. There's nice green leaves on there. So well done, guys. Here's another 2019 cedar tree. This one is beautiful. I mean, look at that nice green color on it. Lots of new growth. This is either tree number 250 or 251, I'm not sure. Also planted by Charles or Noah. Thanks a lot, guys. This is another 2019 tree, also looking awesome. Planted by one of the Britzes, I'm not sure anymore. I think this is tree number 248. This is tree number 247, also a 2019 tree, planted by the Britzes. I wish they were here to plant some more trees, because it seems to me all their trees are surviving. This is one of the 2019 trees as well. So looking good, growing fantastically, planted in that crevice. Not sure who planted it. This is another 2019 tree, doing very well. Lovely new growth. So yeah, it's looking good. Planted this tree as well in 2018. As you can see there, it didn't make it. Yeah, some of the other trees did. This is a cedar tree planted by grey Barret. I think it's 3 or 4 years ago. Looking good. Nice green growth, new growth here. It looks like tree number 164. Okay, lovely green growth on it. Little bits of brown, but that's fine. Once again, the tree planted by Washiela is doing excellently. Also, a lot of new growth. Really looking good. There's the tree planted by, this tree was planted by Portia, also about 5 years ago. Really doing good. It's grown tremendous. It's another tree planted by Portia, doing amazing. All this new growth. Beautiful. This tree is Rahab. This was planted by Bunty. Can't remember how many years ago. Now you can see this tree is doing really good. A lot of new growth at the top. Stem is nice and thick. So yeah, this tree is really doing good. Thanks, Bunty, for planting it. Okay, it's another tree planted by Bunty. Also really looking good. This tree was planted last year. I think it was by Cameron, but I see it's died. This tree was planted the year before last, so that is 2016. And it's doing very well. It was about this tall when I planted it. I planted it myself. And yeah, it's doing great. It's grown 4 times in height. So I think this tree is here for a long time. This tree was planted by Elizabeth the first year we came to plant cedar trees up here at Boontjieskloof. It's also doing well. It's really going great. If you have a look down there, the stem really nice and thick. This tree is really doing well. Thanks, Elizabeth, for planting it. That tree was planted by Charles about 3-4 years ago. It's also really doing great. Well done, Charles. I wish you were here. This tree was one of the first trees planted in Boontjieskloof. You can see this tree is doing well. Stem is nice and thick, and it's got nice new green growth on it. I planted this tree myself. It's not very tall, but it's doing great. This tree was planted in 2018. It was a little tree like this when I planted it. It's almost tripled in height. You can see it's nice. It's got a couple of stems there. Doing really good. Nice green new growth at the top. Here's another cedar tree planted by Charles in this crack. It's doing really good. Nice new growth. Love this tree because it's got this second branch out here. Both of them doing well. Yeah, thanks, Charles, for planting it, and wish you were here. I'm here next to a cedar tree. It was also planted several years ago. You can see the cedar tree is looking quite good. Nice thick stem. Tall. It's taller than me. Almost can't reach the top. Okay, another dream come true cedar. that is taller than what I am, which I planted here. This is also a cedar that was planted in 2016 or 2017, I'm not sure now. And yeah, it's doing well, nice, good growth, grown a lot of length. And I see it's got some side branches, so it's really doing good. Okay, that's tree number 51, planted by Frank, also doing quite good. This is tree number 15 that was planted by Charles again. And yeah, still going good. It hasn't grown much in length, but it's still got nice greenery on it. This is a cedar tree planted by Charles. Also the first year that we came here to plant, and it's growing well. It's got a little bit of new growth, and it's gone a bit wider, but I see it's not growing any taller, but it's looking good. It's alive. This is a tree from our second year of planting here in Boontjieskloof. Again, it's still alive. It's growing very slowly. Stem is thin, but it's still alive. Okay, there's another tree from our second year planting. You can see there's still a bit of green there. Okay, I can't see what tree number it is, but yeah, it's still alive, still going. So let's hold thumbs.
Mag ik deze?
Ja, wijs vir my.
Dat is daar.
Saggies uithaal, né? Saggies.
Graagjes.
Saggies.
Dat is.
Gaan we nou eers 'n gaatjie maak vir hom, né?
Dat
Okay,
is.
maak 'n gaatjie. Vat jou grafie. Hierso? Nee, nou waar hierso, jy 'n gaatjie maak. Hierso.
Dat is.
Nee, maak 'n gaatjie.
Moet ik kijken.
Nog? Nog? En nog?
Dat is.
Okay, wag, ek moet dit help. Sy sit hom in.
Dat is.
Saggies nog. Daar's nog, hy's nog nie toe nie. Hy maak seker hy staan regop. Sê
Nee, dat is.
ja, sê Boontjie, welkom by jou huis.
Huis.
Ja.
Huis.
Sê met mooi groei.
Bye.
Geef vir die
Mama.
Boontjie, ja, geef hom 'n swinkie.
Then mama.
Geef vir die Boontjie 'n swinkie.
Ja, ja. Mag we
Cederboontjie.
see baby.
Wys hom maar die Boontjie.
De baby.
Saggies, né?
Nog een baby.
Ja, wys hom my en geef hom 'n swinkie.
Dat is zoetje. Ja. Ja. Ja, ja, ja. Daar zijn.
Okay, maak hom toe.
Mag het toe?
Nee, die Boontjie. Sit die
Ja,
grond om die
Boontjie.
Boontjie. Sit die grond om die Boontjie.
Daar zijn.
Okay,
Zo.
dankie.
Ja, dat zoetje.
This was the last tree I planted for the 2019 season, tag number 349. So in the time that we've been planting here, we've planted 349 cedars up in Boontjieskloof. Yeah, let's hope that this year is a good year and that we have a good percentage of trees surviving.
Boontjieskloof 2019. This was our view this morning. Endless and endless beauty. You can hear closely, you can hear the river, some bird life. and some people chattering in the hut. But besides that, it is dead quiet. We are so blessed to be here. And that's a little hut in the middle of nowhere. Wat het jy gedoen?
Wat is hier bloemen? Wat?
In die Cederberge.
Dis is Cederberg.
We're just about to leave Boontjieskloof. We've planted 85 new cedars here. And the ground is nice and wet. Friday night we had rain all through the night. In the background you can hear the river flowing nice and strong. So yeah, we'll be back next year to check on these trees and to plant some more trees.